Good morning, Golden View. It's Principal Florgan with your fun farm facts for today. I am going to be highlighting an artichoke today. So I want you to check out the size of these artichoke plants. We actually have two artichoke plants here. Probably should have planted them a little bit farther apart, but that's okay. Who knew? They grew this big. They're huge, huge artichoke plants. So we've got some artichokes that have started growing, and we have one that's ready to harvest. So some fun farm facts for you about artichokes. First of all, is that an artichoke is actually a flower bud. I did not know that until I learned this on my own. And it actually comes from, it is considered a perennial thistle. That's the name of the plant. And so it's an actual flower bud that hasn't bloomed yet, but when it does bloom, there's the artichoke. You can check that out. When the artichoke does bloom, it blooms about 7 inches in diameter and is a pretty purple blue, like a violet blue color flower when it blooms. It's beautiful. So we actually pick them to eat them before they actually go to bloom. So, fact number 1, there you go. Fact number 2 is that artichoke leaves these artichoke leaves can actually be ground up to make tea. So you can actually use the artichoke leaves and grind them up really grindly to make tea. Didn't know that either. Also, California actually produces 100% of the artichokes that we buy here in California. Up in the Central Valley, there's a city called Castroville, and Castroville is where they grow all of the artichokes for us in the state of California. And they actually are called the artichoke capital of the world. I've driven through there myself a few times, and there are artichoke fields everywhere. So if you ever get the chance to drive up the Central Coast, check it out because there's a ton of artichokes out there. There we go. Another fact for you. Another fact. Okay, Italy is actually the world's biggest producer of artichokes. Italy is. Spain is also a big producer, but Italy is the largest producer, which is funny because as I had learned that, I'm Sicilian. My dad, my grandma and grandpa both came from Sicily, and growing up, my dad always had artichoke on the table for us. So I'm wondering, that's Sicily. I wonder if that has anything to do with it because Italy and Sicily are right next to each other, and he was just brought up with them because they were so largely produced there. I don't really know, but I thought about that. Also, it is very good. Artichokes are very good for your digestive system, and it actually is known to lower your cholesterol levels. So eat as many as you want because they're really healthy for you. And lastly, actually really not lastly, I have 2 more facts. One of them is that an artichoke plant can grow up to 20 artichokes a year. That's a lot of artichokes. And of course, lastly, my favorite fact is that Marilyn Monroe, if you know who she is, very famous actress back in the days, she was actually named Castroville's very first artichoke queen. There you go, Marilyn Monroe, artichoke queen. So there you have it today. Very fun fact about artichokes. We're gonna go ahead and move on to harvesting because we've got 1 artichoke that's ready. So, got my clippers out. You're supposed to cut an artichoke about 2 inches below on its stem from where it's budding. So I'm gonna guesstimate. You can see I have some other artichokes growing too, but they're not big enough yet. If you want to look deep in there, we've got some more, a few more actually. And then I'm gonna have you check out the other one. So here we go, about 2 inches, just kind of estimating that round roughly. Cutting it, there you go, very easy to cut. The stems are very easy to break because I was weeding earlier and they broke really easily. So you just kind of cut it down, pull off those large ones, and then you've got your delicious artichoke ready to eat. All right, there you go, your fun farm facts for today. Hope you enjoyed learning all about artichokes, and we'll see you next time.